Hey everybody, it's time for another science lab. Today you're going to learn about making saturated solutions. Your learning target is I can find the density of a saturated solution. You're going to be using two substances which you're familiar with. The first substance is sodium chloride or table salt, which you've used quite a bit, and a new substance it's called Epsom salts or magnesium sulfate, MgSO4. You can get it at a drugstore. It's used for common medical ailments. We're going to make saturated solutions with them today. First, you're going to want to open your notebook to page 108, and the first thing you're going to do is get a cup of water, and then using the syringe, you're going to get 30 milliliters of water in the syringe, and get one of these bottles with a white cap. Take off the top and put exactly 30 milliliters of water into the bottle. Next, you're going to make a small data table on your notebook page 108. Scoops of NaCl and scoops of MgSO4. The first substance you're going to start with is sodium chloride or table salt. You're going to notice that your bottle filled with water fits perfectly underneath a funnel system. And this is going to help you measure sodium chloride and magnesium sulfate into the bottle. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your jar of sodium chloride and a blue scoop and measure a level scoop of sodium chloride and put it into the cone, and the cone will drop that sodium chloride directly into the bottle. After you do a scoop, make sure you make a tally mark of 1 scoop. You're going to keep track of how many scoops of sodium chloride you add. Then you're going to take the bottle with 30 milliliters of water in it and 1 scoop of NaCl and shake it. And you're going to have to shake it for a while until the sodium chloride is dissolved. Once the sodium chloride is dissolved, you're going to place it back underneath the cone, and you're going to add another scoop of sodium chloride and put it in, and then once again cover the cap and shake it until it's dissolved. And keep track on your scoops of NaCl how many scoops it takes until the solution is saturated. By saturated, we mean you can't get any more sodium chloride to dissolve. You'll notice at the bottom of the bottle will be little pieces of sodium chloride that are not dissolved. And that's when you know the solution is saturated. So keep track of the scoops, how many scoops it takes to saturate the liquid. Next, you're going to get a scale, go to a scale, and you're going to take an empty plastic cup and set it on the scale, and then hit the zero button. We don't want to find the mass of the cup. We're going to put some liquid in the cup. We want to know the mass of the liquid, but not the mass of the cup. So hit the 0 button, and then get to your filter or your cone system and place the empty cup underneath the cone, and then take your bottle of sodium chloride and water solution that has been saturated, and you're going to take a coffee filter. Instead of filter paper, we have coffee filters, and you should take one, and your job is to place it into the cone, and then open your bottle and dump all the liquid and sodium chloride into the filter. It should filter through, and you want to collect the liquid, all the liquid, in the cup underneath. Once you've collected all the liquid from the filtering process, you should take that cup and place it back on the scale. And if you have zeroed it before, it should tell you the mass of the amount of sodium chloride and water located in your solution. Then on page 109, you're going to enter the solvent for this experiment, which is water. The mass of the solvent is 30 grams because you put in 30 milliliters of water. Your solute that you did is sodium chloride, and then you're going to put in the measurement you get when you put the cup on the scale, put that in the mass of the solution. Using subtraction, you should be able to figure out then the mass of the solute, which is the sodium chloride. Next, you're going to complete the shaking and saturating process for magnesium sulfate using the same steps as you did for the sodium chloride, keeping track of the number of scoops of magnesium sulfate it takes to make a saturated solution in the bottle. And once again, you'll find the mass of the liquid of saturated magnesium sulfate and record that data in the second row. The solvent will be water, the mass will be 30 for solvent, the solute will be MgSO4, or magnesium sulfate. You'll find the mass and then determine the mass of the solute. Then you should complete page 109 in your notebook. Be sure to clean up your lab station. Used filter paper can go in the trash. Please rinse out your bottle when you're finished with it. Return your lab station to the way that you found it when